on Death Be the Penalty, one of the lyrics that was to me the most striking in one of the passages was when you were talking about your great-great-grandfather or mentioning.
I am a great-great-grandfather snapping the noose.
Because a lot of people in rhymes, they'll say people lynched or they'll say whatever, but they don't do the sound.
They don't describe it and make it visual.
So I wanted to get from you, when you were doing that or thinking of that, what made you want to add that extra layer of the sound and the visuals to it?
I seen it, and I'm a passionate artist. I'm an expressive. See the difference. Look. All right, you got Baz, you got Jay, you got Snoop, you got 50, you got all of them, right? We all seen the same things in the hood growing up. We all know the same people, whatever, right? The difference is this. They glorify it. I horrify it. I make you see it and feel it. I horrify it. I'm like Stephen King with these 16. You're gonna see it. I'm trying to scare the kids away from what I seen and what I went through. Carrying all of my brothers. I was already a grave digger before I met RZA. As many funerals and caskets I carried in Red Hook, I was perfectly ready for that situation. My spirit, my whole experience, my whole life, what I went through, I was ready for that more than ever. And as you can hear it, I was ready. I was already a grave digger, man. I was in the funeral home all my life, man. Identifying bodies in Kings County morgue. I was already in that gory space already. So that's why I used to write like that.
Okay.
But yeah, so, as far as that, I've seen all of the movies. I've heard all the stories. I read all of the books. And I always used to visualize it. I'm a visualizer. If I see it, if I read it, I see it. I put myself in the movie, in the picture. I'm there standing there. So that's just came out on the mic in the booth. I closed my eyes and I sung it like I was there going through that. I seen it. That's why I had my little cousin playing me, watching it. I seen that before we visualized. We made it visible on the video. I already made you see it when you hear the verse. So it was easy to just reenact that out of my mouth. So yeah, I'm a very visual artist. You're gonna see everything I say.
Gotcha. Now
I'm gonna say some things that you're not gonna see right now, but next week it might be on the news. 2-3 weeks from now.
Yeah.
Prophetic.
Yeah. Now with Crime Saga, on the production side, you got Carlos Best on there.
Yes. Carlito.
And
Carlos. And Choco. DJ Choco.
Yes. Mm-hmm. But Carlos Best, I think, is a very underappreciated person in the Wu-Tang lexicon.
First of all, I love Carlos. Producer, second of all, I love Carlos. Our sound, married. Breathing for You, Exodus, married. I was at Crime Saga start, we was married in that studio. His beats was married to my rhymes. It was just perfect. Because hip hop was drawn, like it used to be led by a bass line, remember? Like in the 80s and 90s, the bass line was driving the song. Like, all right, example, Pete Rock's remix of Jump Around. Boom, 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 boom. The bass line was what made you, you know what I mean? Jump and bop and then the drums come in, but the bass line was leading the track. Carlos was a master. And what else he mastered? Filtering the sample, making the bottom come out. He was blowing me away with his experiments in there, man. We just got married in that studio, man, for real. That was like a wedding in there, like, or a hip hop wedding, man. Love that brother, man. One of my favorite people on the planet, period. And you know what's crazy? His birthday is the same day as Biz Markie, April the 8th. And mine's just 3 days after both of them, the 11th. So we already was, you know what I mean? Locked in, Aries.
I'm right next to you. I'm the 3rd. So there you go.
Wow, you gotta be kidding me.
So I'm right there.
Kidding. And Marvin Gaye is the 2nd. That's crazy. So you're Aries. So you already know.
Yes, sir.
Very competitive, very creative, very leadership skills and everything. All of that comes with it. Charismatic, sense of humor, like beyond. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think our toxic side expecting people to have the same love we got, or and trust and brotherhood and just good hearted. If we a friend, we all the way out to the end. Only you could mess that up. Yeah.
It's funny you say that, because when I think about stuff, whatever it is, I'm always like, yo, how come they don't get this the way, like they don't feel like that?
Right. I couldn't hear you. Somebody was trying to call me and I declined it.
Oh,
You said when I felt stuff, it's funny you said that.
Yeah, it's funny you say that, because when I feel something and passionate, I'm always trying to make the other person feel like I do, and sometimes they don't.
There you go. And that's kind of like a toxic trait, but it's not a bad trait on our behalf, but it's just like, you expect the same reaction or passion from others, and it's just not in them to be like us. So we special, man. We special.
Yes.
If I go down the list of all the artists that are Aries, man, Aretha Franklin, Primo, Diana Ross, right? Large Professor, Redman, Q-Tip, Little Fame. His birthday the same day. His birthday is April the 10th, right before mine. Little Fame. Like, I could go down the line. Joakim, the ill figure from Royal Fam. April the 2nd, Marvin Gaye's birthday. It's crazy. There's a lot of people, a lot of Aries. All the most creative artists that I love, all Aries. And I never knew it, and now I know. Even Capleton, the reggae artist, April 13th.
Oh,
Aries.
wow.
Capleton, fire, more fire. Aries. Yeah, Aries is the fire sign. Fire.
Yep.
Yeah,
now on Crime Saga 2, one of my favorite parts is the part of the chorus where you talk about the
the game never changed, only the players.
So
some inherit castles and thrones, some end up deathbed layers, victims of the system and stripped mentally, hit with 25 to life or the death penalty. Yeah, because I grew up in a crack infested. That was the crack capital in the U.S., man. In '88, Red Hook in the Life magazine with Mike Tyson. It's the Life magazine '88 issue. It got Mike Tyson and Robin Givens on the cover. In the middle is a whole big spread out, like 7 pages about Red Hook. My friend Poochie, God bless him, that was on the train with me. They killed him. He's in the casket in the picture in there in that magazine issue. That '88 year was so crazy with the drug infested. I lost everybody. Family members, everybody, friends, best friends. Yeah, so I seen that. Damn. And then as years go by, you see that. Damn, like now here it's like that gave birth to the little guys. Here come the next generation, trying the same thing. Here they come. And then the next generation, it's just the game never changed, just the players. It's just the same drug game, and it's gonna be the same outcome. You either gonna be dead or locked up, the morgue or the yard. And it's just different people catching, like the drill music right now, like the hip hop. We all was fans of that, and now we doing it. That's how the drug game was in the '80s. They was richer than the rappers back then. And the kids gravitated towards that. But then hip hop just blew everything out the water. And then everybody jumps on that now. Because they realize they ain't getting out of that. They ain't gonna make it doing that. So you wanna change your life around, and they all jump into hip hop. But they bring that language that they was living into hip hop. Now the kids are following that language through hip hop now. Like what happened to the conscious rap? We still here. It's good. Balance this hip hop thing out, man. KRS is still here.
So on a spiritual side, why do you think it's hard for them to realize that truism, that the game isn't changing? Like, why haven't we as people been able to change that game yet?
To be honest, I think they're flooded with negative images. Video games, negative. Grand Theft Auto, forget it, right? What's that other one? The army one they always play? What's that one?
Call of Duty, that one?
Call of Duty, and the other one. Ops. Black Ops.
Oh yeah.
Right? Black Ops. What they call an enemy in the drill music? Ops. See? Influenced by the games. Ops. The video games, the movies, the TV shows, the videos, the artists that are signed. It's just all one-sided. That's what the problem is. It's all one-sided. The internet gave everybody a lane, but that's the problem too. Is because you don't know who's the, you know what I mean? Back in our era, only the most incredible artists had a deal. That's what separated them from everybody else. Today on the internet, you don't know who's real. Everybody's a CEO. Everybody got an album coming out. Everybody got a mixtape. Everybody's a boss. You understand? So you don't know how, like little kids that don't know of Tragedy or Rakim or Baz or KRS, they don't know them yet. They don't know how to separate them from the drill music. They don't know. Nah, that's old school. I don't want to hear that. That's the spirit I'm on. That's all it is. That their parents, it starts at home. Because in Europe, the kids, I got 14-year-old, 15-year-old kids sending me pictures with an STD tattoo or a Wu-Tang tattoo or a Gravedigger tattoo. I'm like, yo, you're 13. Diary came out 28 years ago. How you know about it? My father. He shows me you signed his record at one of the concerts and he teaches us about Wu-Tang. He only plays that old school. I love it. That's an honor. But everybody don't do that. But it just seems like Europe is like, they keep it 100 with us, like with the real hip hop, like the underground. I guess maybe they're a little bit years behind because everything is so fast and out here in America and especially New York, it's like, even down south is a little bit behind New York. It's just so fast. Everything is fast paced.
Yeah.
But it's the parents. It's the parents too. Because like my daughters, right? One day we was flicking the channels, right? And what's that song? MTV, right? And I don't remember the song, but it was one of them songs. And my youngest daughter, she said, ew, turn that off. Let me hear some Slick Rick.
Well, I'd say job well done, Dad.
Yes, thank you, man. You know what it is? When all of my kids, their mothers was pregnant, I used to sing Hey Young World to their stomach. And I see them kicking in the baby footprint in her stomach. All of them. When they came out, first time I had them in the car seat and we driving, I throw on Slick Rick and they going crazy. They remember that. To this day, they still sing it. Daddy, I think I remember you playing this in my mother's stomach. Because she said, yeah, I remember it was something you kept playing. I don't know. Now I know. I embedded it in them early. That's how you got to do it. It's the parents. You got to guide them, man. Don't just let them do what they want because they're going to run right into drill music and they're going to have ops. You're going to have to go bail them out. You never know. Because when I was a kid, I wanted to be Rakim, Slick Rick. I really was a fanatic. I wanted to be like them rappers. So I know what these kids are doing. They want to be like those drill guys. So that's why the streets is crazy right now, because they following the rappers. These kids in the hood follow the rappers.
Yeah.
Trust me. They don't follow everybody. They don't even follow their dad. Man, Dad, you're a mailman. I love Jay-Z. Like, you know what I mean? That's the spirit out here. They look up to them celebrities. If you're on TV, you're God to them. So, I take that responsibility and try to, you know what I mean? Go against the grain, be opposite, and just be me. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna change up, and I could do all of that. You know what I mean? Because I grew up in all of that. But I do all of that. Like you heard Crime Saga, but listen to how I spoke it. I horrified it. I scared out like, yo, even Fat Joe, he's like, yo, Baz, I ain't gonna lie to you. When I met him, he's like, yo, that music made me want to repent from all of this shit I was doing in the Bronx. I fucking love you, bro. I said, I did my job then, because that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to steer the youth away from it, because I seen too much. Early, young, it's horror. I don't want them to go through that, what I went through. I take it serious. So, that's the type of artist I am. I take it serious, and I know the responsibility. The kids look up to me, because I was once that kid looking up. But look at the teachers we had. We had KRS, we had Big Daddy Kane, we had Rakim, we had Slick Rick, we had Coogee Rap. He would shoot him up, bang, bang, but you know how to differentiate. He was like, he didn't kill him, our boss. You know what I mean? It was just a story. It was incredible. You know what I mean? So, we had great teachers. And it wasn't the opposite. Like, it was like 10 Coogee Raps and one Rakim or KRS. It was 10 conscious rappers and Coogee Rap with the balance. You know what I mean? The street.
Now I want you to listen real close to me. I'm gonna ask you some real simple questions, and I want some real simple answers. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
You said that you couldn't have possibly been at the crime scene at 11:15 because you were in the bookstore buying my audio book and my hardcover book at 11:15 when the crime scene occurred in Soren's book.
The history of gangster rap.
So you couldn't have been at the crime scene because you were buying the books.
Right. At 11:15, I was at the bookstore at 11:15, and when I bought the books and accidentally left them at the store.
So at 11:15, you couldn't have been at the crime scene because you were buying books, right?
At 11:15, when I was leaving, it was some people coming in, and I forgot to grab.
But you don't remember who
what they look
people,
like.
what they look like or nothing, right?
No.
So, at 12:15, you were in the bookstore buying my audio book and hardcover book and Soren's book at 12:15. So you couldn't have been at the scene because you were buying the books, right?
Yeah, at 12, exactly, at 12:15 exactly, I was at the bookstore.
Now you see. You know you're not fucked up.
What you mean?
First you said you were at the bookstore at 11:15, and then you said you was 12:15. You know you're not fucked up, man.
He fucked up.
Yeah, he fucked up. He fucked up.
Man, you confusing me, man.
So, you get my book, my audio book, 40 years, and Soren's book, History of Gangster Rap, and if you don't, you know you're not fucked up, right?
Man, the more those cops ask me questions, the more I wish I bought them motherfucking books.